We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to break through key resistance levels. And in today's volatility, our SPY bot at 9:45 a.m. sent out a bull indicator. And from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside. Full strength there on 42 vision. And call options went up 200% plus within hours, guys. And as you see, they're popping up within the screen, within the options chain. Some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, breaking above the key resistance level from yesterday. We're going to talk about what key levels to watch going into tomorrow and what's going on with the inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our Netflix bot. Our Netflix bot sent out a bull indicator at 10:05 a.m. and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside. Full strength there on 42 vision and call options went up 90% plus within hours, guys. And as you see, they're popping up within the screen, within the options chain. Some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition here from red bars to bright green bars in today's volatility after coming from bright green bars to red bars in today's pre-market. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, under a bull indicator at the 448.70 area. Inflows cross back over and continuing that staircase effect today, breaking through the resistance level from yesterday at the 451.90 area. If you want to round that up to 452, you can. It broke right through, broke through the first resistance we talked about, 453, and hit highs here of 454.80, just missing by a few cents. The next resistance at the 455 area, canceling out this bear indicator from way up here at 450.20 area, and things have looked strong for the last 2 days with this bull indicator and inflow staying above. And you could see how close these inflow versus outflows got to the midpoint, and the inflows picked back up as we were looking for it to do, pulling away from the midpoint and hitting highs here of 3.93. And outflows are going to be critical here as they have began. It's hit lows here so far of 2.18, but inflows are still dominating, and that's why the chart has not completely collapsed. It's above the midpoint, but I will be watching this very carefully going into tomorrow it's going to be critical because if these outflows continue and cross the midpoint, it can eventually cancel out this bull indicator with a possible bear indicator and start to reflect that weakness into these charts and testing key support levels. So definitely something to not ignore here on the 30-minute chart. Now, if we zoom out to the 1 hour, we could see how these inflows crossed over yesterday. Bull indicator here at the 449.30 area, and inflows hit highs today so far of 4.15. And the most recent highs here on the inflow versus outflow was 5.58. So I'll be watching this very carefully as well, because based off the history of the chart, it has room to go higher, and it needs to go higher to justify any further strength on the 1 hour and go ahead and continue this staircase effect to the upside. So definitely something to not ignore here on the 1 hour chart. Now, if we zoom into the 15-minute, we could go ahead and see here in the volatility how things are looking. And a bull indicator popped up right at the open at the 450 area and full strength there all day, rejecting off the highs of 454.80 area. And you could see how fast these outflows started to dominate. And here it is crossing the midpoint, but it's in a very tight range there, just at negative 0.04, not that far off of the midpoint. You could see it super close there, and this is going to be critical and crucial going into tomorrow. If it continues to pull down, it could quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts, and if it can bring itself back up, it will justify any further strength here within these charts. Not guaranteed to, but definitely something to watch here going into tomorrow. But what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys. And the first support level here is 453. If that gets broken through, I'll be watching how these inflow versus outflows react. Do they continue to the downside? Will they cross the midpoint? And if it does, the next support level is down towards the 450 area. And then below that is down here towards where the bull indicator popped up at the 448 to 449 area. And if a bear indicator pops up, I'll be watching that very carefully, as well as how these outflows react here on the 15-minute. Will they pull further away from the midpoint to the downside and eventually cancel out this bull indicator as it reflects that weakness into these charts? Definitely something to not overlook here, as these outflows have crossed, and the outflows have began here on the 30-minute, but they have not crossed just yet. That is why the weakness has not reflected completely into these charts, and it's holding itself up because the inflows are still dominating. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for the 15-minute inflows to pick back up, go from red to green, to continue reflecting any further strength here into these charts, hold this bull indicator true, continue that staircase effect to the upside, and retest key resistance levels. And the first resistance is 455. If that can get broken through, I'll be watching if these inflows level off here, switch from red to green, and pull up higher as well, away from the midpoint. And then next resistance is the 457 area. And then above that comes the 460 area, guys. Those are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. These bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial and critical. But the inflow versus outflow, I'll be watching it very closely, as it's began outflows here, hasn't crossed the midpoint, so inflows are still dominating. It crossed over on the 15-minute, and I need to go ahead and pay close attention here. In my opinion, will it pull further away down and mean that that weakness can roll over into the 30-minute and eventually reflect that weakness into these charts pretty quickly, cancel out this bull indicator? Or will this bull indicator hold true, continue to push back up, and continue this staircase effect here on the 30-minute as well to the upside with full strength, and get these inflows to slow down and turn from red to green? Definitely something to not ignore. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.